Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with some more Madden 19 Ultimate Team. This is episode number 92. In today's episode, there's one thing I want to talk about real quick, and that is Russell Wilson signing his extension with the Seattle Seahawks. Thank God. Fucking hey, dude. I was so worried that Russell was not going to sign a deal, but I had a lot of confidence that they were going to get something done, and thank God they did. It's a crazy contract. 107 mil guaranteed, 65 mil signing bonus, I think, which is the most in NFL history. It's crazy, man. He's the highest paid player in the NFL, and in my personal opinion, he 100% deserves it. That dude is absolutely insane. I mean, there's a reason that he has the most touchdown passes through however fucking many years he's played. It's because he doesn't miss a game. The dude has just been there, you know, time in and time out. He's won a Super Bowl. He deserves it, man. I mean, Russell Wilson is the GOAT, in my opinion. He's the personal GOAT for me. I mean, Tom Brady, of course. If I'm being a realist, of course, that dude's the GOAT. But, I mean, Russell Wilson, I mean, I watched him get drafted. I've just watched the dude play every single game of his goddamn career and rarely ever have a horrible game. I mean, the guy just, he is just so goddamn consistent. You know, I could fucking talk about Russell Wilson all video long if I wanted to. But you know what? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and move on here. We do have Russell Wilson at QB still. Obviously, the Lamar Jackson gameplay is taking a bit for me to get back to, man. Just because Mutt has not been all that inviting recently. I don't know what it is. Like, with the recent promos or whatever, they just have not interested me. Like, the color smash or whatever the... I don't even know what that was called, man. But you know what? Right now, just the content doesn't seem all that great. But there is one thing that I do want to go ahead and shout out. It was actually a couple videos ago, and my boy Gerbil actually donated 540K to the coin bank, man. So, you know, shout out to Gerbil for those of you that know him. I'm sure a lot of you do that still watch my videos. He's an OG subscriber, mod in my stream. You know, he's been there for a long ass time, and he said, you know, I'm done with Mutt. Do you want the coins? And I said, yeah. I mean, why not? You know, why would I refuse that? Of course. You know, some extra coins is always good, even though our team is pretty much getting stacked with Nat players, man. But you know what? This actually happened a bit ago. It's just kind of taken me a while to get up to the videos where we actually got those coins. So right now, we do have some coins. I'm going to start, you know, probably doing something towards the end of the year here to, you know, send Mutt 19 off with the, I don't know, I mean, I guess send it off with a bang. I mean, this game was kind of it was a mixed bag, I will say that, man. I mean, the gameplay was just shit, I gotta say, man. Like, just playing other games and playing other online stuff, specifically MLB, honestly, there's so much more user skill in that than this. A lot of these games just came down to luck, and most of the time, face-palming plays that should not happen as often as they do just became the norm, and it's just, it was a frustrating year gameplay-wise, man. But I will give them credit for the content. They did go ahead and step it up kind of like halfway through. And, you know, I gotta say, some of the later content was pretty good, but right now, like I said, like, the more recent stuff that they're putting out, I'm just not that interested in it because a lot of people are just running theme teams. And, you know, seeing, like, the chemistries and stuff, it's like none of these players really seem that new. Yes, they seem new to me, but it's like, I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem that, it doesn't have that feel of novelty anymore. You know what I mean? Like, those cards that come out that are supposed to be really cool, really, you know, elusive to get and really dope. And I've said this before, they just don't seem like they're that special anymore, man. I've said that all year about Mike Vick, and the cards continue to be that way. You know, any card that comes out, I'm just kind of like, meh, okay, cool. I mean, that's out. I could use it. Will I use it? Maybe. I don't know. But there's like no cards that make me say, ooh, I need that card right now. I want it. I need it. You know, that sounded like I needed some cocaine or something like that. But you know what I mean, man. It's like I'm just not getting the fix from a lot of these cards that they're releasing right now. So I don't know. Let me know if I'm, like, by myself there. But right now, you know, I'm kind of just trying to think of what to do with the coins and stuff like that. And as far as the players go, I can't really think of anything specific because all of it just kind of blends together, in my opinion. I just don't know. So let me know what you guys want to see. Like I said, I probably have, like, 1.2 mil, so a lot of coins. So, again, let me know what you guys want me to do with that if you have any ideas. And now moving on to this game. 7-7. You know, after talking about Russell Wilson, after rambling about cards, you know, talking about this game now. How has this gone? Not great, I gotta say, man. You know, right now you guys can see that's not good. I think that's Andre Reed. Donovan McNabb, 62 yards to Andre Reed. That was just a breakdown in coverage. I think he just barely got it over my cloud flat, and then he was just able to take it all the way inside the 20-yard line, and then he cashes in with a touchdown with Todd Gurley to put himself up 14-7. But how we got to that point was a little bit embarrassing, man. I ended up pretty much botching a punt. I mean, I really did. I came out in regular, you know, cover 3 defense, and then I ended up running Byron Jones back to receive the punt, and I didn't fair catch. I don't know why I didn't fair catch, but I didn't. So we ended up fumbling, and he ended up getting 7 off of that, and Todd Gurley ends up putting him up 14-7 right now. So with 40 seconds left, I make a very hasty read to the sideline that probably should have got picked off. But you know what? We will count our blessings there. It's 1st and 10. We go deep to Odell Beckham Jr., and he cannot make the catch. I thought maybe, just maybe, he was going to be able to take that one, man. I thought maybe he had a couple steps, but unfortunately he didn't. 2nd and 10, we do find Doug Baldwin over the middle once again. 17 seconds left now at the 48-yard line. Just trying to get some points. I don't really care if it's 7 or 3. At this point, it's more likely looking like it's going to be 3. So at the 38-yard line, 8 seconds left now. I was trying to huck that up to Doug Baldwin. I think I had Doug Baldwin out to the left, but you know what? We end up getting sacked, and I don't know why, but I didn't take my last time out to go ahead and chuck it up. And coming out in the second half, I was angry. Yeah, I go for the onside, man. I don't end up getting it. I almost get it. It was really, really close, man. I was right there. We had like 3 or 4 people right around the ball, but unfortunately, nobody picks it up. And our onside kick attempt coming out at half just doesn't come to work. That was probably a douchebag move. As a matter of fact, I know that's a douchebag move. That's like goonball type shit. But you know what? Whatever. That's pretty much probably the first onside kick I have done before the 4th quarter in the past 2 years. So, I mean, leave me alone. I'm usually pretty good at that stuff. But you know what? Right now, 14-7. After the onside kick, this guy has 2nd and goal. I was about to say 1st and goal, but 1st and goal, he got absolutely lit up by Ryan Shazier. 2nd and goal, he gets to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal, guess who? Ryan Shazier stops him once again. 4th and goal, he does decide to go ahead and take his field goal to put himself up 10 points. So pretty smart dude, you know, obviously taking the field goal puts him up 2 scores. So right now we are definitely fighting from behind, and it's gonna be pretty tough to come back and win this one, man. I could already tell, you know, with the blitzes he was sending, it was really tough to get the one-on-one coverage that I wanted. Like his corners were clamps, man. Like for real, they were on top of my receivers. I mean, there was a couple times I thought I had OBJ like right there. Wow, I missed that. Holy shit, I had OBJ wide open on the right side. Jesus Christ. 2nd and 2, we end up getting stopped by his user. 3rd and 4, we're looking for anything right now. We do have Doug Baldwin wide open over the middle. Doug Baldwin has been prominent in this episode, man. You know, he's really, I think he's caught like 4 or 5 passes. So, I mean, he's really been into the offense right now as we do have Eric Ebron wide open as he breaks a tackle and takes it inside the 15-yard line. I've said it many times that Eric Ebron has beasted for me. I really like him. As we go to the end zone right there, a high point to Calvin Johnson, and that is an easy touchdown to get us back into this game to make it 17-14. Thank God. We needed that, man. That was a quick-ass drive, too. You know, this guy sending a lot of pressure definitely had me rattled a little bit, man. You know, not usually does pressure scare me because most of the time, at least a couple of my receivers are able to break off, considering now we have a lot of good receivers, but just not much was happening. Like I said, corners were clamps, and then fuck you, Deshaun Jackson. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? The fucking kickoffs, man. Oh, geez. That was a gigantic hole in the middle. I don't know if I ran somebody away from there. I didn't pay enough attention to see where I ended up running my user. Usually I just run the kicker out to be like a little bit of a contain, and Morton Anderson obviously ain't going to make a tackle, but at least to be out there. I don't know if me running him away just created that gap. I don't know, man. But, you know, this guy ends up regaining his lead, or not regaining his lead, but regaining his 2-score lead, I should say. So 24-14. We end up going deep to Calvin Johnson, and that's why you have Calvin Johnson, I just got to say. Inside the 20-yard line, just like that, we're in the red zone. 1st and 10, we find Eric Ebron for a couple extra yards. You know, not much there, but actually really not any. I mean, we got 4, but I mean, right now, down 2 scores. 4 yards ain't really doing much. A 2nd and 6, we end up running with Russell Wilson, getting down inside the 10-yard line. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left now. We find Todd Gurley, and Todd Gurley somehow gets into the end zone by, it looked like maybe a fucking centimeter. I mean, it did not look like he was in, but you know what? We'll take it, man. We end up getting in once again, 24-21. We continue to stay in this game, but Deshaun goddamn Jackson, man. Seriously? I missed the tackle. I know for a fact that time it was my fault. I ran, I think it was Vance McDonald, away from at least one of those gaps, and he had one of 2 to choose from. He chose the one to the right. He could have went to the left too and probably had a touchdown as well. But 21-30, well 31, but we end up hitting the kicker, so we end up taking a couple extra seconds for him to get his extra point. But you know what? 31-21, 2 kickoff returns. Back to back, this guy has not had to run an offensive play in 2 drives. It is very, very frustrating, considering that I've put together a couple of decent drives here, man. You know, our offense was not doing much in the first half. You know, the touchdown we scored wasn't wasn't anything impressive. But in the second half, we really were moving and we're answering, and I felt like we were going to win this game. But it didn't happen. 31-21 after 2 kickoffs. It's so hard to come back from that, man. 2 kickoff returns sucks ass. Also considering that he puts up 10 points on offense, or puts up 17, I should say. My bad. But he almost didn't have to run an offensive play in the second half. I mean, for real, it came out with the onside kick. I almost got that, first of all. I mean, if we would have got that, the game may have been different. But, instead, my players just kind of jump on top of it until it just lazily goes out of bounds. It's right here. We chuck it up to Odell Beckham Jr. and we get ourselves inside the 10 with a minute left, and 31-21, maybe there's life, as Calvin ends up catching the ball off of the post. Okay, Russell, nice pass. 2nd and goal, Russell Wilson stepping up in the pocket and ultimately stepping up into a sack. That was dumb. I stepped up way too quickly. I think I was looking to just try to run it in with Russell Wilson. Nothing working. We tried to run a draw. Nothing working there. And 4th and goal. Yeah, that was not... What the fuck was I even doing? Jeez Louise, man. I tried to go to Calvin Johnson. I should have thrown a high point. I don't know why I didn't. I probably tried to. And, jeez, Franco Harris. All right. This guy ends up finishing this game off strong, man. Jesus, Franco Harris. A strong 13-yard run right there, man. But you know what? Bottom line, I threw a bad pick in the end zone. I should have high pointed it. I'm pretty sure I tried to, but I must have been, just panicked or saw it a little bit too late or a little bit too early and just kind of panicked, like I said, and just not thrown it. So you know what? 20 for 23, or 20 for 33, I mean. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2 kickoff returns given up was ultimately what killed us in this game. That really sucked. And then being back-to-back just added insult to injury. 7 receptions for 86 yards for Doug. He played pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. Russell Wilson signing with the Seahawks for 5 years, actually. I think I said 4 years, but I think it's an extension of this year. So 5 years, man. Russell Wilson, I'm very excited. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to look out for next one. And as always, I'm out. Peace.